Nintendo fans are raging about the price of the Switch Online expansion pack.
Another major game delay. This news and more right now on Gaming News Weekly. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming News Weekly for today, October 25th. We're back, the best video game weekly news show there is. I'm one of your hosts, E-Rock the Red, joined by F to the C, full clip. How are you?
Doing good, E-Rock. How are you?
I'm doing great. As always, excited to be talking news. I was just telling you that it was a long day. I felt a little drained, a little tired. But as soon as I sit down here, I'm rejuvenated. The beer helps. But,
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
Yeah, I saw you do those jumping jacks to get amped up.
Mm-hmm. You weren't supposed to tell anybody.
Oh.
That's my secret. I do jumping jacks without pants before every episode. And I make full clip watch. But that's for another day.
That's going to make me a lot of pips one day.
Yeah, well. What have you been up to? You been playing anything, watching anything, doing anything fun?
It's been a slow week in gaming for me. What little I have played is mostly Minecraft on the server. Got a little series that I've started on Fruit Lab with that server, and I want to edit those videos, spend some time getting more content out.
There you go. Yeah, I'm excited to see them. And then, pretty soon I'll be there digging holes. And that's all I know you do in Minecraft right now. But, I expect you'll guide me right through your thing, through your server.
Oh, yeah. What have you been up to?
Not much gaming either. Like, I've still been doing the E-Rocktober stuff, but, it's wearing a little thin. We're, almost done with October, thankfully.
Yeah.
I have been playing a game called Lost Words, Beyond the Page. It's I've been playing it on Xbox Game Pass, and I wanted to mention it because I've been playing it with my son, who's 3. He really doesn't understand it, but he loves games. But it's like a platforming game where it's like this journal and there's these words. It's a very, very simple game, but it's like got this super emotional story. Like, I absolutely love it. Like, nice. It's really, really well done, imaginative. Like, you play with, you get these words that you have in your journal, and you take them and you use them to like move things. Like, one of the words, you find the word rise, and then you can make things in the platform in the game like rise, like magically. It's really interesting. It's really smart. And I'm maybe about halfway through it, so we'll see. But it's already it made me tear up a couple times, dude. It's a very emotional game.
Oh, nice. Well,
yeah.
As a family man, are you getting in on the Fruit Lab jack-o'-lantern carving challenge?
Soon. I don't know when. We got to find the time. We bought 1,000 pumpkins, so one of them will probably turn out. But it's always just I always forget about it until October 32nd.
Yeah, I still got to do step 1 and buy the pumpkins, but hope to get in on that too.
There you go. I'm looking forward to it. Enough about that. Let's talk about our new releases from last week. It was a slow week in the video game world unless you're a huge fan of YouTuber's Life 2, that came out. Or if you have an Oculus Quest thing, I'm hearing amazing things about Resident Evil 4. But who has one of those? Nobody. But let's talk about the one game that we were interested in. Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes. This came out on October 22nd for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox X. Have you ever played any of these type of games?
No, I've actually only watched other people play them, but I think the experience is kind of similar with these.
Exactly. Yeah, you're just watching it for the most part. You're moving the characters a little bit, but most of it is a visual experience.
Yeah,
so
very story-driven.
Yeah, this is done by Supermassive Games. They initially started with Until Dawn, and then they started doing these the Dark Pictures anthology series. Their first one was called Man of Medan, and then Little Hope was the last one. I'm hearing great things about this one. I played the first one, I played it till Dawn, loved it. It's one of the greatest horror games out there. Man of Medan started, and it was slow. I heard, even looking at reviews after that, it was like, not very good. But they're saying that this is like as close as to Until Dawn as they've come, and it's like a really great horror game. So that comes out, just in time for Halloween, for spooky season. So, if you want to play a scary movie type thing, there you go.
Oh yeah.
You're not a big horror guy. You don't play the horror games.
I've dabbled. Inside and the sequel, or is that the sequel to another one?
I don't know.
Like Get Out or something. I'm not sure, but I played some of those, and Little Nightmares. Those are a certain like genre of horror game, though.
Yeah, no, I like those. They're just a little unsettling, but still a little cute.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is it for our new release. Our new release. It was our new release last week.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears. Let's talk about the news of the week for this week. First up, Nintendo had a couple announcements. Now, this happened right after we recorded last week, so it's a little bit older, but we still need to talk about it. They announced the release date and the pricing for their upcoming online membership thing. Are you excited about this?
Yes and no. I think like a lot of people right now, I got a little bit of that sticker shock.
Yes. So let's talk about it. So right now, for the online service for the Nintendo Online, it's $19.99 for the year, $34.99 for the family plan. Now, I think with that, you could have maybe 8 accounts going at once with the family plan. So it's a great value if you got enough people. They don't all have to be under the same, roof or whatever. Yeah. So it's a great value. But now they're increasing the cost to $49.99 a year, and then the family membership $79.99. It's a big jump.
Yeah,
it's double. I mean, it's over twice as much.
Yeah. In that first video, we were talking about it, and we were talking about like where are we in this at? And I said if it's like $50, that's doable. Mm-hmm. And if I had an individual account, I'd be way more excited about this. But I'm on a family account. I share it with a friend and my wife and a couple other people. So in order to play essentially a few Nintendo 64 games, and this is a very limited list, and some Sega games, and then also access to the new Animal Crossing DLC pack, that's really about all you get, and that's going to be $80 if we want in on that.
Yeah, $80 for the year. Now, like you said, so what it's adding the Nintendo 64 games, the Sega Genesis games, to the existing Nintendo and Super Nintendo games that are on there. And you're still getting the online access, the cloud saves, all that stuff. But, like you said, it's also adding the Animal Crossing DLC. So this is another thing that Nintendo announced. They had an Animal Crossing Direct. It was like a 20-minute Direct, just jam-packed with stuff. It talked about the newest update coming to the game. If you're an Animal Crossing person, this is very exciting. Although it is bittersweet. It's the last free DLC update they're going to have, but it includes a ton of stuff. A coffee shop with Brewster, a bunch of new characters, gyroids, farming and cooking, and then a bunch of new stuff, including a frog chair that everybody's really excited about.
Yeah. So
that's all in the free one. And then they said that's the last time they're supporting it for free. After that, it's $24.99 for the DLC, which is called Happy Home Paradise. And in it, you work at a resort and you design vacation homes. And there's a bunch of new designs, a new currency, tons of new stuff. So that's included in the price of the subscription. Now, if you're an Animal Crossing fan, which most people with a Nintendo Switch have Animal Crossing, I feel like the attach rate is pretty high on that
At
game.
least one.
But does it justify the cost? One thing that happens if you don't keep your subscription going, that you can't have access to that DLC anymore either.
Yeah,
So
you lose access.
Like you're basically renting a game for a year or whatever, which is like, I don't know, man. Like it's like you said, it's a lot, and for a lot of people, I feel like it's going to depend on the Nintendo 64 games and the Sega Genesis games.
Yeah, that's where I'm in it for the $50 or the $80. If I'm going to spend that, it's going to be for those N64 Sega games.
Yep.
The Animal Crossing DLC, just going to end up buying that straight out, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge, and there's a lot of debate, and I'm not to throw myself into somewhere I don't want to be here, but I am deep into the Animal Crossing community online, and there's a lot of mixed debate right now. There are people who are mad because they don't want to have to pay for DLC. There are other people who are saying, well, you just got a year and a half of free DLC. Time we can pay a little bit more, especially for something this sizable. But I think in general, people are happy about it. A lot of people are talking about restarting their island just to get a fresh feel of what they feel Animal Crossing New Horizons 2.0 will be.
Yeah, it's my wife is she is obsessed. She plays it daily still. I played it for a while during COVID and all that stuff, and now if you look at my island, it's just full of weeds and cockroaches and that sort of thing. But like you said, it's absolutely been supported for so long. You're getting all this quality content. Like most DLC, you have to pay for. So I feel like people should be happy with what they got, and show a little love to the developers for playing this game as long as everybody did, and just pay $25 and get the thing. That's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I agree with you completely right there.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Animal Crossing DLC comes out November 25th. Like I said, it's $25, and the online membership, the new games, Nintendo 64 Sega games, that starts. If you're listening to this the day it comes out, today, it starts today, October 25th. So check it out. Send us a message. Let us know if if you subscribe to it, if the games are awesome. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like that you could play Nintendo 64 games, Sega Genesis games. You could play with friends online. It's a great idea, but I gotta see. I don't know if I'm ready to go back to Nintendo 64. I'm just playing a PlayStation 5 right now, man. I can't go back.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how well these play with the Switch controllers. If it feels kind of natural, or if you need to buy that extra. They're re-releasing the Sega and the N64 controllers that will only work with the Switch, as far as I know, and they're about $50 a piece. So, do I need 4 of those to play Mario Party if they add that title?
Ooh, that would be fun. But yeah, that's a good point. And like we talked about, those controllers are Nintendo 64 controller is key. But all right, moving on. Let's talk about yet another video game delay. The long anticipated From Software game Elden Ring has seen a delay. Its first delay, hopefully its only delay. It was supposed to come out January 21st. It's now scheduled to come out February 25th. Were you interested in this game? Have you played any of these From Software games?
I've only heard of this game in passing. Can you fill me in on what it is?
Oh man, dude, it's probably one of the games I'm most excited for. So I can't fill you in too much on what it is because I've been avoiding a lot of the. I mean, I watched the trailers, sure, and basically what it is like. Have you ever played like Bloodborne and all, or Dark Souls, any of those Souls games?
I'm familiar
Nothing
with them though.
Okay, so they're very they're difficult games, and you have it's a action game in a third person view. It's an very mystical, dark, that sort of thing. So like I said, I've been avoiding a lot about this, but dude, there's a horse you could summon and ride. There's all these cool weapons you could have. It looks like there's some really cool magic. And like one of the best parts about this game is like when you like get an item or you wear an item, it does, you see it on your character. That's always a big part. So you can, have a little fashion show with your cool new robe. But yeah, I say that I've been avoiding it, but that only goes up until November 12th when they announced that they are doing a network test, like a stress test, to see how their online system is working. So I'm definitely jumping in that. So that's November 12th to 14th. You could sign up right now at the website. I think it's like Bandai Namco's website, or just Google it. And it lists like the times that it's going to be going. So on those days, it's only like a 3-hour window where they're going to be like allowing people to come in and like play the game. Now, anybody can play it. It's completely free to sign up for that. So I fully expect you to, get in on that and test it out. You got nothing to lose. It's free. Yeah. You're going to fall in love with it. And it's only available on consoles right now. So nothing on PC, but PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and X. So
oh, great.
I'm very excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited because Bloodborne is one of my favorite games, and I'm hoping that it's more similar to that than it is to like the Dark Souls series. I like the Dark Souls games, but I really love the Bloodborne game. It's a little faster, a little bit more like, I don't know, it's a little different. So people all the Elden Ringers out there, you know what I'm talking about. Send me a message, slide into my DMs, let's chat.
Right.
And then full clip after you play the game, November 12th. Then we can, we'll restart this conversation. You can tell me how amazing it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get the tattoo across my chest.
Yes. I've seen a lot of people getting like Dark Souls and Bloodborne tattoos. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. All right. Next up, let's talk about today. We saw the first trailer for Uncharted, the movie, starring Tom Holland as Nathan Drake and Mark Wahlberg as Sully. Now, did you play Uncharted? Any of them?
I haven't. Always known what they were, but you're a pretty big PS4 fanboy, you said?
Yes.
So
yes.
Is this like one of your favorite titles?
Yeah, and I love them. I really do. I've never played the Uncharted 4 still. I've kind of been... I intended to go back and restart the series from 1 and come up to that, and I played the first 2, still haven't replayed the third one, so now I'm just like, maybe I'll just skip the third one and just jump right into 4. Yeah. But anyways, I definitely... You have a PlayStation 4, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, play these games, dude. They're you could be over with them quick. They're linear, so it's like you're playing a movie. It's not... There's no open world, so the games are maybe like 6 to 8 hours, and it's an amazing story, and the action scenes are just like the best action scenes you'll see like in any game.
That's nice.
Like it's like watching like playing a huge like big budget Hollywood action movie.
Yeah, sometimes that's nice to have one of those experiences that's a little more on rails. You can sit back, not have to worry about grinding for something.
Yeah, I love them because like I get anxious with these huge open world games that I need to like complete everything. Yeah. So when I get a game that like basically tells me the direction I need to go, like this is one of those games where like there's a lot of traversal and stuff like that, and like you could see like the path you go because like there's like a moss there. It's like a slightly different color. It's like one of those. So you don't even have like it takes all the guesswork out of it. You just got to go along and get to the next cutscene.
Yeah, from what I've seen of gameplay, it kind of reminds me of some of the newer Tomb Raider titles. Is it somewhat like that?
Yep, exactly. Very much like that. So the movie, this is the origin story of Nathan Drake. So it's a younger cast person, Tom Holland, which it seems weird when you look at it, not knowing this. Like the casting looks off because they're so much younger than they are in the game. But so I'm sure a lot of the hardcore Uncharted fans are gonna, have issues with that. But to help them out, like in the trailer, we see a lot of scenes and things from the games that they'll be like, whoa, that's from, that scene or whatever. So that's really cool. A bunch of Easter eggs. So yeah, we'll see. This is the first look that we got at it. It comes out February 18th. But yeah, it looks fun.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it too late to get Chris Pratt to play him?
I think so. I mean, so that was like one of the Chris Pratt. I mean, if this was being made like 10, 15 years ago, everybody wanted Nathan Fillion to play him. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of fan favorites in there, and Tom Holland was, I don't think, on the list at all. So we'll see. I mean, even times there was talk for Mark Wahlberg playing Nathan Drake. Now he's playing the older, Sully. I don't know if he's like his teacher or whatever. I guess you'd say his mentor. But
Yeah. So a lot of star power behind this movie.
Yeah, it's been a mess too because I think they've had like 2 previous directors, and both of those directors left. And then they got this new guy. What the heck's his name? I don't remember his name, but he's the director. He did like Venom. I don't remember his name. But yeah, it's just been crazy. I think a lot of that had to do with the initial idea of it, and then also maybe the studios, the video game studios' involvement. And then COVID. That's another thing to add on to everything. Another excuse for issues. But we'll see. February 18th. I don't know if I'll run right out to the movies and see it, but it was really cool seeing the trailer that we got today. And if you haven't watched the trailer, go check it out. Next up, this one I know is very near and dear to your heart. FIFA and EA are parting ways. Are you upset?
I'm not a big FIFA fan, but I did think this story was kind of interesting.
Very interesting. I mean, it's like, who did FIFA think they were, trying to out-greedy the greediest company?
I'm Team FIFA on this one.
Yeah, so basically what happened was the existing rights deal that EA had with FIFA is set to expire next year. And there were negotiations that did not go very well. FIFA wanted to basically double what their rights fees were from the last contract, from $500 million to $1 billion American dollarinos for 4 years. So that's quite the jump in costs. But one of the things that they really couldn't agree on also was FIFA wanted to limit EA's exclusivity to just the video game portion of it. Like, this is the game, you make it, you get the profits. But EA has been and wants to continue earning from all the in-game ecosystem, basically, the purchases, like EA is known for.
That seems to be where your money is these days.
Exactly, and FIFA was like, no, we want that because we want to be able to market it and do other things with it. But it didn't seem to go over well, and they both just said, like, all right, fine, screw you, we're out of here. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. EA already trademarked EA Sports FC.
Yeah, so for us Americans, that's going to be Football Club.
Yes, Football Club. But yeah, I think it'll work out for both of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the people that are upset by if they're not able to have a FIFA game, hopefully FIFA finds a new home and can have a great game there. But I mean, obviously, that's the best engine. That's the best football game out. So it's going to have to be built from the ground up, and we'll see.
Yeah. So FIFA 22 is going to be the last one under EA, but the FIFA Corporation, whoever they are, something off in Europe, I'm sure, they're shopping around right now with different video game developers and publishers to see what kind of deal they can secure for the future titles.
Yeah. Hopefully, for all our sakes, they could figure something out. I'm
going to be so upset.
I know.
All right, I've got an
David
idea.
Beckham.
Let's take it to Neversoft and do FIFA Street.
Oh, I like it.
FIFA
like
on blacktop.
3v3 on blacktop with like superpowers.
Oh yeah,
I'm in. As long as I get to be David Beckham.
Yeah.
The only soccer player I know. Football player, excuse me. All right, enough about the greatest sport in the world. Let's switch gears and talk about our brand new content creator of the week. All right, so last week we had JD Games, a amazing Warzone player, amazing clips and stuff like that. But I wanted to talk about this week. It's not all about how good you are at the game, but it's about what you're putting out into the world. And that's why we here at Gaming News Weekly want to recognize Randy Dew as our content creator of the week. He's been on Fruit Lab for about a month, and dude's just like, as first time I saw him, saw a video of his, like he had me at like the ideas that he's putting out there. So now it's not just like game clips. Now there are game clips. He plays a lot of Warzone, a bunch of other games, but like the dude's editing like music videos for like cutscenes in like video games. It's like really cool stuff.
Very, very fun variety there.
Yes, variety. That's exactly it. Now, go ahead.
He's a self-described writer, philosopher, songwriter, singer, guitarist, streamer, artist, content creator, YouTuber, etc., etc. Says that I can do anything I set my mind to, and so can you. So very positive vibes there.
Dude, and that's when I saw it. Like when I clicked on his videos, I'm like, yeah, who is this guy? And I went and I saw that, and the positivity that he's putting out there is like immediately drew me to him. He just wants to give back too. Like anytime he's constantly giving stuff away on his Twitch channels. He's giving away all his pips that he's earning because he wants to just like give back and like just be a positive part of the community. And I love that. Like I said, and not that he's not great at a game, but it's not always about that gameplay, but it is about the positivity that you're putting out there and just the heart, man. He seems like he's got a lot of heart. And the content he's putting out there is awesome too.
Oh yeah.
So, he puts out a lot. He puts out a lot of content. Now maybe Randy, you don't need to put all that stuff out there. But I still love it.
Yeah, he's everywhere on social media. I don't know where he finds the time.
He is, dude. He's on everything. I will link his page in the show notes. Go check him out. Drop him a follow. Randy Dew, keep doing you. You're doing a great job. And with that, we come to an end for another Gaming News Weekly. What do you got to add?
All right. So if you want to be in the Content Creator of the Week spotlight that we just had, this will be a weekly thing. Send us a DM, and we'll check out your content. Also, if you missed the last episode, you can go back and watch that, and you can see where we gave away 10,000 pips, I believe it was, to two separate followers. So you want to be following us in case we decide to do that again in the future.
Yeah, let's do. I mean, like, not even saying in case we want to. Let's do it again. Let's do it again next week. Follow us now. We'll do it again next week. We'll double it. We'll do even more. We'll keep giving back. We got to get this community growing here at Fruit Labs. So yeah, that's a great point. Let's do that. And I love seeing it. Keep following us, guys, and we'll keep bringing you the best weekly video game news show there is. I'm Erect the Red. We're here full clip. And, check us out on Fruit Lab. Full clip _FL on Twitch. Pop Culture Playground on YouTube and the socials for myself. And you can catch the audio version of this show anywhere you get your podcasts. Even after you watch this thing, go back and just listen to it again so you can hear our sweet voices.
There you go.
We'll do a little ASMR. Yeah. The ASMR, I don't know what that means, but I hope this sounds really cool. Exactly. All right. Thanks so much for checking it out. We'll see you next week with more Gaming News Weekly. Bye.
Have a good one.